Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update show for Wednesday, January 28th. Yes, it is January 28th. We are almost at the end of January, almost at the end of the transfer window, and we have just absolutely flown through January. Unbelievable that it's going to be February. And I got a few things to talk about. Not a huge news day, but we got some stuff on the docket to talk about today. Some quotes from Parkinson. As you can see on the thumbnail, it says, "Are Wrexham going big? Big plans? We have big plans." I think there may be some plans coming in, but nothing's concrete. Parkinson kind of toeing the line about certain players going out that I'm calling BS on. But he's got to say those things because if he just goes out and says, "Hey, we're going to get rid of this guy. He's never come back," we'll get our pants pulled down when we try to sell him or loan him out later on. But yes, also there's been an announcement on where we're playing in the summer, which hints at where the summer tour will be. I think it's a little early for that, but shit. I'll get that in a minute. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Sorry, Mom. Thank you for coming in. Please smash the like button on the channel if you haven't already. Become a member as well if you haven't. Yeah, share it out to everybody. All the fun stuff, all the things. But people are filing in. Where is everybody? I don't know. I'm here. I'm ready to rock and roll with everyone too. Hazard's in here first, and Nikki D popped in. Oh, 1 second. Why is everything ruining everything today? That's how it is. George is in the house. Leap and Sarah just rocked in as well, coming in. Dab everybody up. But I'll get the top. Listen, I know our Wrexham going big. I'll talk about that in a second because I just want to get off the tour. I want the tour first. It's just going off today here. That just was announced today with a beautiful video. That is, with a beautiful video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. So I'm going to butcher this name beyond belief. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Wrexham to face Wilsa Krakow in Poland for the 120th anniversary. How many times? I mean, yes, totally butchered. Absolutely butchered. Wilsa Krakow in Poland for the 120th anniversary. Like I said, a beautiful video. And just get ready for me to butcher the rest of this as well. I'm going to bring that down. Wrexham to travel to Poland in a preseason to take on Polish League One leaders, Wisła Krakow, and a match to celebrate the host's 120th anniversary. Founded in 1906. They played 13 times. They're 13 times Polish champions. The match is previously scheduled. The match is provisionally scheduled to take place on July 11th, 2026, and is to be played at the Syrtis Arena, Krakow. Full fixture information to come by. It celebrates the two clubs' shared culture and community focus. Wilsa, like Wrexham, have their supporters to thank for their continued history. Why is this so far over there? Continued history. And having crowdfunded to save the Krakow team from bankruptcy in 2019. It reflects the historical and international connection. In 1946, Wrexham's Penley Hospital played a vital role in supporting Polish soldiers and civilians following the Second World War, becoming the lasting symbol of solidarity during the most difficult chapter in Polish history. A lot of history, a lot of stuff there. Really cool. It's always not just about football, but Rob Faulkner, Wrexham's AFC Chief Business and Communication Officer, said the friendly between Wrexham AFC and Wisła Krakow promises to be a unique occasion, bringing together our two clubs and supporters united through their shared history and community-based values. The match will kick off a busy summer for Wrexham AFC, and we hope to prove a worthy celebration of Wisła Krakow's 120th anniversary. Excited about that. I don't know if I'll be going. I don't know where I'll be. In that part of time in July 11th, but be fun to go. But Krakow. But don't quote me. I'm going to screw that up. Cool. I like that we're announcing this. Yes, they're going to be in Europe. Again, I'll bring it back up. There it is. There is the photo there too. I think there's a better one here. No, that's not it. It doesn't really. Wisła Krakow. I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably screwing it up. That's a better photo right there. That's pretty cool. They did a great job with that. I'm sure no AI was touched to making that too. But it's a great little promo there. The promo video that they put up earlier today was pretty awesome too. So go check that out. How many of you are going to go to Poland to go check out the team? I might be inclined. Like I said, we'll see where I'm at in that part of time in my life. That'd be fun to go do that. I missed one last year because it was in Australia. So fun to see that. Not Prem quality meant, says interesting. Okay, I don't know what that is. Interesting Barnsley player, not premier quality listed on transfer market. Who's the player? Who's the player? I don't know. Harley, what's up? How are you? Good. Hello from Wrexham. Good to see you, my friend. River Taffy's in the house. Hey, Josh. Hope all is well. Hope everyone is keeping well. Well, we're keeping up with the Joneses today. It's cool. We're going to Poland. Absolutely. Chronic CL says, am I the only one who obsessively checks transfer news for Wrexham? I want signings. No, you are not the only one, my friend. You are not the only one. I, too, check for signings. I wake up in the morning, scroll. I check our Discord. No. Doesn't happen, but it is. But rest assured, my friend, Chronic Cell, that there will be something happening. We are clearing the decks, and that's we are clearing the decks. Got to get people out to move in. Parkinson has some very interesting quotes about the 25 and the balance of the squad. Listen, some of that is club talk, coming out and just, saying what you need to say. I understand, but you got to give them credit. I'm sure there's a lot of business happening behind the scenes that we're not seeing. Duck on a pond at this point right now. There's only a few days left in the transfer window. So we're a duck. There's movement in and out happening, and there's a lot of business to be done. I mean, I don't know if they're working day and night. If they want to call me, I'll be able to work with them. I'll work US hours. We want to balance this stuff out. Let's go. Krakow is a lovely place to visit. Friendly people and great tourist attractions. It's like a salt mine. That's cool. Cool update, Josh. Had no clue. It's a good trip not across the world. You're welcome. Well, that's why you're subscribed to the local pundit, dude. Reliable. Love to have you in. It's Kanchen is roughly an hour away from Krakow. I will probably go. You gotta go. We gotta go. All right. So that's that news. Moving on, we can get into a little bit of the quotes with transfer news and things that's happening in the team. What Parkinson had to say. Just want to check something real quick. I might check my. Sorry. Okay. Josh, what's your opinion on Adam Armstrong from Southampton? 11 goals and 4 assists in the championship this season so far. We talked about this yesterday, and I think that Adam Armstrong would be a good addition. I like Adam Armstrong. He will take up a spot. I think what's his name will go out. Harley. I'm blanking. Why am I blanking on all these names today? I think that we will continue to move players out, and I think that Ryan Hardy will go out. Adam Armstrong would be a nice addition. I don't know if we can pry him away from Southampton, but he knows the league. He knows that they're promoted, and I do like him, like the quality player. I think Sharif is a player that we not a must-have, but I want him. And I think that if we get Yan Valerie and we also get Hocus Pocus, I think we're in good shape. So that's what I think about him. But he knows the league, and it's very, very good. On that point. So Parkinson was talking about player interest in some of our players. Obviously, Andy Cannon went out on loan. We sold, I think it's a sale of Maka, and Cody's out on loan with the Charlton, clearing those decks, clearing those very, very important, very, very important numbers, which is number one, to bring people in. I think we'll get 3 in. I think Hardy will be going, and I also think that Barney, I know there's no talk about it, but if we bring in 2 right backs, possibility he can go as well. We shall see. So we have to have a 25-man squad. Parkinson was talking about this. Obviously, Elliot Lee is trying to find first-team football himself. Parkinson said Parkinson won't stand in the way of players leaving on loan spells if they aren't going to be included in the squad going forward. But there is interest that he wants to help and keep some players here. Even though there are players that are interested, he thinks that players might want to keep them in the squad. I don't know who those are, but let's see what he says here. Parkinson says there are other inquiries for our players, and some we're not prepared to let go. Others we are, he said. We're balancing everything at the moment between what we need to do. Now, club comes first. I know we care about the players, but club comes first. But I know, meaning like he has a responsibility to his team that he's putting on the pitch. I know he cares about the players, wants to get them on the pitch to play football, if it's not for Wrexham, but if it let's say we need that backup right back or backup left back, and there's interest in a player, we don't want to let him go. Parkinson has to think about the club first. Now, he's a good manager. He doesn't want to, have someone, not, I don't want to say pouting, but not being a good teammate, possibly. So he's got to take that into factor too. There is so much going on. I mean, this is one of the biggest tests right here. And for what's such a busy transfer window in January, even though we haven't made any movements in, the movement out and the balance of the squad as we push forward, pushing for promotion is really critical. We are at a critical point right now. And with the injection of cash of the 48 million, which is, by the way, 10%, they said in the article from Apollo, it could get really fun. There's going to be a lot of movement, but it could be really fun. Parkinson said, I think everyone can see that everyone can add the numbers together. So we got to be fair to the players if we feel they're going to be out of the 25. We want to trim the squad so we got the numbers right, because obviously having players outside the 25 can be difficult to a certain degree. I mean, yes, you got to deal with their own ambitions, which is, Andy Cannon leaving, Elliot Lee wanting to leave, Paul Mullen wanting to leave, not getting an opportunity. It's just the fact that we've been growing in leagues, and we have ambitions to go up further. Not that we don't respect what the players have done so far for us, but they might not be in the plans. Fact of the matter is, harsh as it sounds, we have better players. We've attracted better players, and some of the players that we're discussing aren't. I don't want to say this. Aren't at the level of where they need to be for us to go. Nikki D says supposedly Sheriff is coming to do a medical tag. Okay, I don't know those reports. Probably there. I'll check on my sources, but I see what you mentioned there too. Okay. Parkinson talks about getting the balance of the squad right. You want to have good balance in the squad for sure, and hopefully he can achieve that. I think he's done so good so far to do that. And we've actually been kicked into Paul Mullins a lot with injuries, and to be where we are right now in this moment, after getting players going down with injury and being sixth with the opportunity to go and possibly get in the playoffs. And I think second could be a possibility. Don't quote me on that. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but could be a possibility. Parkinson talked about Elliot Lee coming back from surgery. He's under contract till 26-27 season. He said Elliot's someone who loves playing. He loves the buzz of playing, and he's a match player. He also talked about Andy Cannon going out on loan. This is the Andy Cannon quote. Actually, let me pause on that. Elliot Lee, yes, I appreciate that he wants to play. And I think he should go out and play football. Coming back, he's a guy, lots of energy. I think he could do really good for a League One side. I mean, he could be going to Burton Albion. We could literally have a Wrexham light at Burton Albion, and I think we already do. Hey, what's up, Ruth? How are you? And hi, TLP. Still thawing out in Tennessee. Hope everyone's doing okay with the ice storm. It's no joke. Yes, please be careful out there in the ice storm. But Elliot Lee, let him go play football. He's got that ambition. Let him go play. He can do wonders for a team in League One. League Two, he'll smash it. He really would. And he's still got to get back to, fitness too. Now moving on to Andy Cannon. Parkinson said he needed to play in the reserve game because since his knee injury, he's trained now for 2 or 3 weeks and he's in good shape. This is Andy Cannon. But he needed some minutes in the reserve game until that set him up to go out on loan, hopefully by the end of the week. So no, that's still. Either way, I think he's talking about. Is he talking about Andy Cannon? He needed to play in the reserve game because since his knee injury, he's only trained for 2 weeks. No, he's still talking about Elliot Lee. He is still talking about. So he just basically said he'll go out on loan by the end of the week. So Elliot Lee will be leaving the club. As far as Andy Cannon leaving the club, good for him. Let him go play. Sorry about that. There's a lot going on in the quotes here for Phil. So it's good. But again, sticking with the squad, we still have players coming back that I think can be a part of the squad, i.e. like a Lewis Brunt. Yes, I know he's on loan. Parkinson, like a Louis Brunt coming back, and I think can really affect the team in a good way and get that solid backup, even though he's got to come back from his injury. I do like the fact that players are getting, behind the scenes, getting fit and coming back at the right time. Louis Brunt is one of them. Although there was a reserve game the other day, Louis Brunt did not feature. He's been out with a thigh injury since October 25th. And Brunty didn't play because he picked up a slight thigh injury, said Parkinson. That's not good. So he had a little bit of a setback there. He said it's only minor, but a bit of tightness in his thigh, which is a shame for him because he's been training really well. Danny and Aaron also played in this game and are also back in the team for the first game, which is important for him. Paul Mullen talking about him too. He said, look at all these players, by the way. We got to have at least like 34 players, 33 players that are sitting around. We got to figure this out and cut it down. Now, granted, I think others have more of an impact of possibly getting in the squad. Just the moving out of squad is insane. I just want us to bring in 3 players. I know I'm asking a lot, but I want us to bring in 3 players. So, talking about Paul Mullen now, Parkinson said, I can only repeat what I've said with Paul. That is, if he plays even 1 minute, then it rules him out going anywhere else this season. So Paul will not be playing for Wrexham again, probably. We have to go and see what happens in the next week. If something comes up that appeals to him, I'm sure we can sit down and try to strike up a deal. So keep an eye on that one too. I know we're kind of, drudging through. We're like the horse and Atreyu in Never-Ending Story, trying to get through the end of the couple days of this transfer window of January, while getting ready for the match against Sheffield Wednesday, who I hope we smash, and then Millwall 6-pointer next week. And we are just trying to get through it, but there will be things happening coming in. The exciting stuff will start happening. And remember, on the 2nd, which is Monday, we're going to have a big transfer deadline day special. The show is up. The time may move just because of whatever everyone's schedules there. So we will move it a little bit too. Just keep an eye on that. Reed from SoCal's in the house. How are you? Do we know if Mullen is going back out on loan or on a loan deal, or he's going to be purgatory behind the strikers for us? He's going to go out. He's going to go out at some point. Donna, sorry you're late. What did you miss? Me babbling about nothing. Just stupidity. I'm joking. Good to have you in, Donna. Yeah, just the announcement that we're playing in Poland, and that there's a lot of movement behind the scenes. No real transfer news incoming yet, but we will get to that. Also, 77 people in here. If you're just coming in, please smash the like button. Again, share it out, and it's good. And it's good to have everyone here too. Reliable says, I cannot wait for the transfer show. It's the most fun shows we have all year. It is awesome. And when we get players in, it makes it even more fun. Barnsley fans seem to be saying DDK is on his way out, but who? I'd like him. I think he's a good player. Is he good enough to get in our squad? I don't know. We'll see. He's a good player. He is a good player, though. Okay, so that's the update kind of on the squad. And Andy Cannon. All those things too. But let me just talk about the finances thing too. This came up, and I know it's a couple days old, but I wanted to talk about it briefly in regards to the fact that I think what's going to happen in the next couple days with signings coming in. Josh, is the 10:30 podcast. Yes, this is the 10:30 podcast. Yes, it is. Let's do this. So this is an article here. It is in the BBC. The BBC. There's the boys. Actually, I was in that photo. I was like right around the corner there. I was right there. That was the day we got promoted. But I'm going to bring it down. So it has been a big week for us. And it's been a big week in regards to getting the injection of cash, 48 million pounds, talking about what they're going to do, what not they're going to do. And we have a major opportunity in our hands. And not that we already haven't had it, but there's cash coming in. We're sitting in a catbird seat to possibly get promoted. And you really have to start thinking, oh, shit, we can really do this. We can really do this. Now, I know it's been a big week this week, but there's been base hits over the course of the last 4 years that have led up to this. Yes, promotions are the big home runs, but think about all the base hits, all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we don't even know about, getting to the point where we're sitting in 6th place. We get an injection of cash, and it's a milestone of where we are and where we're going. But how do we map that up against financial fair play rules? I think we're making money. I wouldn't worry about that yet. But it's very, very exciting. Yes, we had the Allen family come in. We have Apollo coming in with money, but it's looking like we are preparing to go up when they're all going to laugh at you when when everyone laughed at us when they said, the owner said, we're going to go to the Premier League. Now it's actually coming to fruition. And again, the base hits that have been happening over the course of the last several years are coming to fruition right now. Whether we go up this year, I don't know, but we have the opportunity to do that. And everyone's talking about, I don't want to go up. I want the structure in place. We'll just come back down. I totally get that. But that is not the ambition of the owners of what they want to do. And it's we're moving at a fast pace. If we go out and spend, let's say, 12 million on Sharif, we spend another couple million on Adam Armstrong or Scott Armstrong, and we get in Valerie, and we make those. We really have a real opportunity to do this. And it's there's a quote here by Kieran McGuire, says getting cash from investors is simply a function of acknowledgement from the investors that Wrexham Football Club is worth an awful lot of money in the current market. When they bought it for £2 million. That said, the club is just on a trajectory of up. So I know we possibly could not do it. If we don't go up this season, I'll tell you right now, we do have a great opportunity to go up next season. But there's nothing. John said this the other day too. What's up, John? There's nothing. We are guaranteed nothing in this league and in football. We have to earn it. So, it's very fun times. It's very fun times. Yes, we have a big brand. I'm trying to read another quote here too. I missed. This is it. Why aren't they breaking FFP rules? So I wanted to bring this up too while we're talking about the money stuff, because the EFL's profit and sustainability rules are about trying to make sure clubs are not losing unsustainable amounts of money, which we are not losing it. The financials have not come back out. With that said, and I don't know all the details, if we have the money and we have the space and the room to do it, spend the fucking money. And I think that's where we're at. We want to do something that is great and almost impossible to do. Back to back promotions. Back to back is already incredible. But, watch this space in the next 4 days of what's going to happen. I think that there is some major movement about to happen coming in. I'm just ready for it. We'll get reinforcements. It's clearing space with the budget strategy. I think we've been planning that for the last month, I would say. And are we targeting championship profile ready players? Yeah, I do. And unfortunately, with that will come some sacrifices of guys that we love. So be prepared for that. And I'm here for it. Now we're going to celebrate this. We're going to celebrate this on the transfer deadline day, which is great. And I know there's no given right for us to get players. We are in competition with teams that are like Ipswich. I think they signed Sarmiento. Or is it Sarmiento or is it Middlesbrough? Just signed Sarmiento. Ipswich signed a really good player. Coventry will probably go for a little bit more, even though they're slipping. And with the transfer window coming to a close and us doing business and bringing money in, we're going to send a message, even though no one wants to hear the message anymore. Everyone's annoyed with Disney FC and Hollywood FC and all that fucking shit. Sorry, Mom, but I'm excited, and I think we all should be too. So I think we made really good, smart recruitment. Parkinson's done a great job. Yes, you could talk about the Cody factor. You could talk about Hardy not really getting play, but in baseball terms, I think we're not batting 1,000. We're pretty goddamn close with the signings, and it's not sexy sometimes. It's not like we're getting in, the winger who's like crushing it. I think Siddiqui Sharif is that player that I'm really impressed with. Hocus Pocus looks really good, but who else is out there? I don't know. But we've got 3 days left in the window. We got a shit ton of cash. We're moving players out. Big things are happening upon big things, and I know no one wants to hear that who isn't a Wrexham supporter. But there you go. Change your intro music, please. I will not. I've lowered it for you, my friend. I will not. There you go. Unrelated, Josh, but who's your best starting 11 as of today, considering everyone is healthy? Good question. I'll unrelatedly answer that. AO in goal, left wing back Kakache, left center half Doyle. It's Doyle, center back Dan Scar. On the right center half is Hyam. On the right is Longman. Right wing back is Longman. In the middle of the park it's Sheaf and Matty James. Up front, I would Broadhead, and fully fit. Windass and keep them more up front. There you go. We became public enemy number 1 in the Spanish football this week. Yes, we can. Yes, we did. Hate is forced. I also wished we advanced on Skoglund deal. He seemed decent. It's not Hocus Pocus is not done yet. Hocus Pocus is not done yet. Keep seeing fans of Prem teams saying anyone but Wrexham. Same with other championship clubs. Makes me want to do it even more this year. Absolutely. Go listen to an interview with Rob McElhenney when he was on with Mark Maron podcast. This is about 8 years ago, talking about how he came up and how Always Sunny in Philadelphia started. It will blow your goddamn mind. That's the mentality. And remember, Ryan Reynolds is great. And obviously they're both owners, but it is Rob that's the one that put this forward. Watch. Go listen to that interview. Go find it. It's on YouTube. Mark Maron interview with Rob McElhenney on the What the Fuck podcast. Whatever it is, whatever that podcast is. Go check that out. But anyways, I'm going to get everyone out of here. Lots happening. Are we going big? I think we are. Watch the space. If anything breaks, on the local pundit, we will be here doing it. Get your bells on. Make sure it happens. Transfer deadline day should be a raucous one. If the rumors are true that Sharif is having a medical today, keep an eye on that. Yan Valerie also was rumored to be also there too. But just keep an eye on things. There will be players going out. We will be here. And I think you're right. Go big or go home. Absolutely. We live rent-free in so many people's heads. I love it, says Ruth. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just enjoy it. It could go tits up at any time, but enjoy the good times too. Smash that like button on your way out. There is a pundit pick show with Ken. Ken does be doing that. So I think it's his second time back on the show after his birthday. So make sure you give him all the love too. If I'm around, I'll pop on too. And if anything breaks on the local pundit, we will be here live on that bombshell. We'll see y'all soon.